absolutely dynamite, and her goal is to expand the club in all ways. And she's been president for several years now because nobody will let her quit. And she has done a fantastic job of bringing new hands in.
Why isn't she here?
Well, and the other thing I was going to mention, I used to be part of an organization called Mark Junior, the Boulder Amateur Radio Club Junior Division. And they're still going, even though the founders have died. But they would bring in middle school and high schoolers, and there'd be about 30 kids every Saturday. And I was one of the Elmers. I worked with them for 10 years. That's how my wife got her license. Both my kids got their licenses. And I mean, it wasn't just an organization where we talked to them. They had elected a president and all that sort of stuff. We had those kids loved Fox Hunts, and we met every week, not once a month, every week, Saturdays.
Well, we're losing a lot of energy in the club, and I think COVID took the wind out of a lot of people's sails, and we're trying to rebuild from there. So what I'm presenting tonight is going to be a bunch of ideas, what I've tried, what's worked, some of the things this is a slide deck I've used before, and I've crossed out some of the slides, not because I'm taking a shortcut, but I want to show people things that didn't work for me and why. Maybe it's something that will happen later.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about also, after I'm done my presentation, is I want to hear from you. What have you found that's worked for your club, or what ideas do you have? I've got a little clipboard here, and I'm writing down ideas that people are coming up with. And like I said, I'm in touch with at least a dozen clubs, probably closer to 24, where I come in and speaking to them, trying to get them motivated, trying to solve problems, and we're all having the same problems. And I think if we work together, we can overcome a lot of that inertia that we're experiencing.
I've put a couple of videos on my YouTube channel about involving youth. And your first requirement for getting youth into the club is to have one already there.
Yeah.
Because one youth surrounded by 70-year-olds thinks he's walking amongst a petrified forest.
Yeah. I tried serving as a young guy, that didn't work.
Yeah. So, but I gave a talk at the CanCon in Grand Junction, which was the regional thing. I gave the breakfast keynote address on exactly this subject. So I'm going to see all the different ideas you have. So
okay, what's worked, and yeah, there's some new stuff that I'm starting right now. Well, I'll get into the presentation. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
And after I do the presentation, I'm going to ask people that, if you have experiences to share, come out here. I'll hand you the microphone. Let's talk to anybody who's watching on TV. I don't know how many people are out there, but it's much easier for them to see us if we're up here. So
Yep.
Maybe this is being broadcast all the way to China. They're watching us. Yeah, I've made contacts with Russia. I was really happy about that. I made a contact with Russia and the Ukraine on the same day.
Oh, interesting.
Haven't made any into Asiatic Russia yet.
That's the ones I got. I didn't get into the European. I got into Asiatic, way in the middle of nowhere. And I figured, actually, somebody who's out there, they probably got nothing to do but radio.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the way.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's flat that way, and yeah, nothing.